Peace. Campaign show. Sunday night school, but I ain't have enough characters to fit it all in the title. Sunday, February 2nd. Peace, and more peace. See the title, Black History Month. Which act is more offensive in a mockery? The establishing of it, or the removing of it, or the attempting removal of it? Let me put this on here real quick so we can show the screen. Sunday, Sunday night school. This is where we at with it. President Gerald Ford, for those that don't know, is another Republican president. That's the president that officially established Black History Month in 1976. So Black History Month is only 48, 49 years old. It was first established by President Gerald Ford, a Republican, white man president, in 1976, where he issued the proclamation recognizing the month of February. We don't know why exactly, but the month of February, the shortest month of the year, as a time to honor the achievements of Black Americans, according to white Republican President Gerald Ford in 1976. That's what this holiday was, who established this holiday, or whatever it is. This month is not a holiday, but so the question here and the subject tonight is Black History Month. Which act or action is more offensive and a mockery? The establishing of it by this, white Republican president, just, acting like our achievements as Black people of America should only be honored for 1 month out of the year, and the shortest month at that, or the removal of that type of so-called honor. Is it an honor? You know what I'm saying? So which one of these two Republican presidents, in your opinion, is more offensive? Action is more offensive. The one that established Black History Month and said that it was to proclaim recognizing the month of February to honor the achievements of Black Americans. So Black History Month, there's no White History Month, there's just history, right? History is just called history, right? And that's 24/7, 365 days out of the year, 12 months out of the year. Their history is just called history, and they make sure that we all learn it, right? As required learning in school for 12 years if you're born in America. That's required. So is it offensive and a mockery for Gerald Ford in 1976 to set aside the shortest month of the year, allegedly to honor the achievements of Black Americans? Would anybody even be here? Would these people be in power if it wasn't for the quote unquote achievements of Black people of America, especially for the last 470 years? 310 of them was chattel slavery, and the rest of them is free slavery and the rest of the oppressions and crimes against humanity that we've been dealing with. Which one is more of a mockery? Let me scroll down here. Salute Ruben Ybarra. Salute, what's up? Ma Jabril, what up? Yo, Senior, peace and blessings. So this is the subject for today, for the night. Let me get this off of here real fast. That's the subject. Black History Month. Which action or which act is more offensive and more of a mockery to us, the people that built America, right? Whose blood, sweat, tears, and everything else soaks the soil of this country or this land, and that has made her the greatest and most powerful nation in the last 6,000 years. So we get a symbol, not no substance. We get a symbol from President Gerald Ford in 1976, symbolizing our achievements, while 28 years or 28 years prior to that, in 1948, they actually set up, the U.S. President Harry Truman actually set up a whole separate state and territory for white Ashkenazi Jewish people called the State of Israel, which our tax dollars have been supporting ever since. This was, so if he did this for allegedly 4 blacks of America in 1976, they had already been supporting the State of Israel for 28 years with our tax dollars, our non-reparation tax dollars, created a whole separate state and territory for them, but they gave us a shortest month of the year just to honor us, to honor our achievements. Which one is the greatest mockery? Gerald Ford for establishing that, or President Trump for saying we don't need that? Let's get rid of that. Which one is the greatest mockery? I want to hear from y'all. BL Senior said exactly why our history has only 1 month issued by an Ofe. He could have kept that ish. Right. That's who established it. President Gerald Ford in 1976. And now black people is mad because Trump is talking about putting the pause button on all of that type of stuff. Like, what do we get out of it? What type of tangible type of reparations do we get from Black History Month? That's what I want to know. Salute, Big Adrian. Adrian, salute. Salute, Big Adrian. Of course, let me put this in the chat because this is Sunday night school also, but we talking about this Black History Month business, this foolishness, and how our people is outraged and offended. My people is outraged and offended because you believe in the symbol instead of the substance. You want to fight people like me over a worthless, meaningless symbol instead of actual substance. Well, we got to have something. Oh, that's something. That's something. So there's the digital StreamYard link. I want y'all to hop on the live with me. Free Thinker said Black History Month is like a flowing river that never ends. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Jason Reels, we need to teach our children their own history. Glad is gone. That's my sentiments. Jason Reels Networks. That's my sentiments. We need to teach our own. You know, we don't need to be mocked. If you're going to do something for us, do for us what you did for Israel. What you've been doing for Israel for the last, 70 something years, 76, 70 something. I don't know. I got to do the math on that. 76, 77 years since 1948. Do that if you want to do something for us. We don't need no symbol. So some honorary symbol of honoring our achievements for 28 days. Nah, that sounds like a menstrual cycle. We don't need that. We need that tangible land, resources, infrastructure, modern technology, all the stuff that you've been doing for the people that you didn't enslave for 400 years. That's what we need. Either give us all of that or don't give us nothing, because that's all far more offensive. But I would love to hear from y'all. History equals his story, which is those saltines story about us. Free thinker meaning is more than just a month. Black History Month is like a flowing. I don't understand why. Yeah, that you should have just said Black History is like a flowing river that never ends. Not Black History Month, because a month is a month ends. A month ends. A month has a beginning and an ending. Free thinker. But I want to talk about that. That's a very hot, passionate, emotional subject. Everybody is looking for a reason to demonize and keep the Duracell battery of emotion in their back against Trump. Every little move that he's making. So I just want to see what y'all's explanation is, according to yesterday's reports, it says federal agencies bar Black History Month and other special observances. It's not just Black History Month, but it said Black History Month and other special observances. A number of federal agencies have banned celebrations related to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Women's History Month, and other such observances to comply with Trump's executive order of, I guess, DEI, equity inclusion programs, curtailing them. It said this week, the Defense Intelligence Agency ordered a pause. The DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, ordered a pause of all activities, because I'm not sure what type of activities or celebrations of Black history is going to put money in our pockets or pay our bills or educate our children in a way that makes us financially independent. Is activities of Black History Month going to do that for Black people? Is that doing anything for Black people or any other people? So this week, the Defense Intelligence Agency ordered a pause of all activities and events related to Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Black History Month, Juneteenth, LGBTQ Pride Month, Holocaust Remembrance Day, and other special observances. So it's not just Black History, or it's not just Martin Luther King Jr. Day or Black History Month. It's Juneteenth, LG, the letters Pride Month, Holocaust Remembrance Day, and other special observances. This is all in compliance with President Trump's new executive order, according to a memo obtained by NBC News. So, of course, all we concerned about is the Black stuff. We're not concerned about the Jewish stuff or the rainbow stuff or the women's stuff, right? We mad because of the Martin Luther King. What is this? Black History Month and the Martin Luther King stuff, right? Is that what we mad about? I would love y'all to hop on the live with me and tell me what y'all mad about, or answer the question of the thumbnail. Which act is more offensive and more of a mockery? Establishing Black History Month that Gerald Ford did in 76, or removing the celebrations and the events of Black History Month like Trump is talking about doing? Which one is more offensive? Which one is more offensive? Let me put this up here again for visual aid. President Gerald Ford, who was also a white male Republican like Donald Trump, in 1976 officially established Black History Month by issuing a proclamation recognizing the month of February. Who I don't know who chose that month. Apparently it was him and his fellow peoples chose the month of February as a time to honor the achievements of Black Americans. So not all 12 months out of the year, especially since we wasn't enslaved for just February out of the rest of the months of the last 400 years. We wasn't just only enslaved in February. We was enslaved in all the other 11 months as well, right? So why are you just picking out February to honor us and our achievements when we was enslaved every month? So if Trump comes in and says, F that, for whatever his reasons are, I ain't really read into his reasons. I heard some of his reasons with that DEI and affirmative action, which I also agree with. But I don't agree with doing nothing for us. I agree that we should get rid of affirmative action and DEI and all of that BS and replace it with reparations, our own separate state and territory like the state of Israel, to where we're all of our needs and supplies are furnished for the next 20 to 25 years, even though they've been doing it for Israel for the last 70-something years, 77, 76 years. So y'all want symbols, but no substance. I want substance, no symbols. We different. Y'all not like us, I guess. because I don't want no symbols. I don't want no honors. Don't honor me. Honor me with my own separate, with what you owe me, my own separate territory with state-of-the-art infrastructure and state-of-the-art technology and weapons and everything that like Israel got. Otherwise, you're not honoring me. You mocking me. You're offending me. You adding insult to injury. You pouring salt and lemon juice on my wound. Right? Brant Dixon it has been reported that Trump has also shut down the civil rights department that oversees the police, giving them more immunity. When did police ever not have immunity? Like, we mad at them because he keeping it real like it always been. You believe that they never had immunity? Does any black people believe that any type of government or presidential laws or policies stop racist, bigoted police, former slave master race police from doing whatever the hell they wanted to do with ninjas or to us ninjas? Y'all believe that they ain't always had immunity? Trump is doing something different by just not playing the game and not wasting money acting like it's not immunity. It's always been immunity. What are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? So what happened with Rodney King and what started the riots and the gang truce? Where was Trump at? Where was Biden at? Well, Biden was there. Biden had something to do with that. But what president didn't make sure all his police forces, slave patrols didn't have immunity? What are y'all talking about? Who do y'all believe in? Yeah. That's why I be wanting y'all to hop on the live with me. LV Drizzle, salute to you. Why it's like messing with these people is a mockery, and we behind enemy lines off top. Right. I'm just trying to hear from my people that's extra emotional, got a battery on their back. What up? What it do? BL, it's more offensive that our people are more worried about this guy taking Black History Month back. Just wait and see what other tricks he pulls out of his hat. That's not even a trick. The trick was Black History Month. Like why y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not saying, I'm going against you or nothing, BL, but the trick was the things that got put in place that we fighting for, that we fighting each other about. The trick is integration. The trick is making you think that we're equal. The trick is making you think that they love us or they looking out for us like they looking out for themselves. Trump is keeping it real. Like, no, we're not doing that. You're supposed to respect Trump. You're supposed to appreciate Trump if you mature more than all these faker presidents before him. He's letting you know what it is and what it ain't, and you can't take it. You want to be lied to. That's sad. That's actually a mental illness. That's actually a mental illness. You want him to just tell you whatever you want to hear. You see good and well what he's doing to you, but you don't want him to say it, that this is what we're doing to you. You don't want him to be honest and upfront about it. That's sick. That's mentally ill. American Negro News, salute. Madonna, salute. Nicodemus Scarborough, every day was Black History Month for Mrs. Langston. For Mrs. Langston, I don't know who that is. But yeah, every day is Black History Month. All right. Wally, people scared of freedom, justice, and equality. We scared to stand up like men. We scared to stand on our own adult testicles. We keep on begging and crying and pleading and accusing and complaining to these people to give us something, and then we fighting over the meaningless percentage of crumbs that they allegedly giving us. We fighting over symbols and got no substance whatsoever. Then when real people that's wide awake step up and stand up and tell you that you ain't getting no substance, you getting hoodwinked and bamboozled, like Malcolm said. Somebody stick a knife in your back 12 inches and then pull it out 3 inches or pull it out 6 inches. You think that's progress. You think it's progress because they pulled the knife halfway out your back. And you want to fight for the people. At least he pulled it halfway out. Just sick. Just sick. Mark, salute. I see. Michael Phone. It's more offensive to have it ever established. How can a people with a shorter history than us teach us about our history? Right. It's incredible. American Negro News. Yeah, please hit the like button, like, subscribe, share this live right here. I want as many people to be involved and participate in this live as possible, because we ain't even getting into no spiritual Sunday school Bible teaching or nothing yet. We talking strictly the political stuff that y'all like to get mad about, which is Donald Trump and blackness. Since all my Johnny come lately black activists, black conscious woke mad people, now you just now getting mad at white folks. Well, I'm mad at you. If you just now getting mad at white folks and now you want to fight over this, then I'm mad at you. I want you to fight me. Come fight me on this live. Let's talk about that. Let's argue. Let's present our case. Let's argue our case, of course, respectfully, with love and respect and intelligence and receipts and logic and so-called common sense. But if you mad, you just now getting mad and you mad at Trump instead of being mad at Gerald Ford, who mocked you by giving you a symbol instead of the substance, then I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you because if you watching me, then you at least in your 30s or your 40s, and that's who you mad at. I'm mad at you, Brant. Uh-oh, my bad. Hold on one second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, good brother.
Man, wa alaikum salam. Man, what's your thoughts on this?
I want to back up on the comment that I just typed in about the Trump and the Civil Rights Department that he shut down. It's not that I don't understand that the police already have immunity. It was more of just information to put out there to the people who, may not know. But yeah, he's shutting down the department that more or less oversees the police and, when it comes to the police brutality and how do they, to treat the people out in the streets, more or less as kind of a warning for people to understand that Trump is getting rid of a lot of these unnecessary departments. Like he say, he's draining the swamp of all of this unnecessary spending and a lot of this unnecessary, departments and things. And that's just another one. Like you said, with a lot of these other things that he's gotten rid of, a lot of these federal things that he's shutting down, a lot of these, like with the you just talked about with the Martin Luther King and a lot of these other events and things that he's shutting down. People need to understand, it may sound bad on my behalf or whatever, but I'm with Trump on all of that. Shut all of that down. We don't need the seeds without the soil. Seeds without soil is just sitting on top of the cement. It's not going to grow into nothing.
What are we getting? What is Black History Month doing for us? What is celebrating Martin Luther King? Like, how does that pay our bills?
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It's all, it's all for show. It's just a big show. Because what do we do for Martin Luther King? We celebrate. We put on a bunch of events that cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah, we spend money.
For money that could be going to, better use than putting a bunch of parades on television and all of man, we don't need that, man. That's not doing nothing for nobody. You have these big parades and have the children marching and have the new, the little girls out here in these little mini skirts out there, marching up and down the street. And then the next day it's, the bottom drops out. It's right back to the status quo what it used to be. I think it's all useless. It's been useless.
Man, I agree. Hold on one second. Kalam Martin say, Cam, this is a white platform? Well, it's a 3-minute platform, Kalam. What that means is because of that comment, you have 3 minutes to get on here live with me and show yourself and explain exactly what you mean by that question, or the wrench mob gonna wrench you up out of here always and forever. So
Get him, Cam.
you got
Get
3
him.
minutes, Kalam Martin.
Get him.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was it,
Like
brother.
you said,
I
the
just wanted to
parade
explain,
business.
where I was coming from with it. By no means am I, think that, we should continue Black History Month, or, that the police didn't already have the immunity that they had. I mean, when they can walk in your house and shoot you while you sleep and do all of this, how much more, immunity can they have to be able to do that and get away with it? So anybody who thinks that the police don't have immunity are lost in the sauce.
Right. Due diligence. There is the brand new VIP. Salute. What's your thoughts on
What it
this
do?
Black
What it
History
do?
Month? Can you hear me?
Peace.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
It's a delay. You got something else
Can
on
you
in
hear
there?
me? You can't hear me?
It's a delay. It's a delay. Do you got another device on at the same time?
No, I'm gonna leave out and come back in and see what happens.
We're going to say what you got to say, and I'm gonna be quiet. Oh, well, damn, too bad when he come back. Damn.
Yeah, but that was it, good brother. I didn't want, too much more. I just wanted to explain my behalf of it. Like you say, you got 3 minutes to get on here. I get wrench mobbed out. I'm not one to run from none of that either. So, I really appreciate your platform and appreciate, that you put those people on those timelines. So, it gets rid of a lot of those trolls, a lot of those who just want to, it's like you say, it's agents everywhere, and that's all 99% of them are anyway. So that was it, good brother. I want to bless you. May Allah bless you and your family, soldier.
Man, likewise, Big Brand. Always a pleasure. And, whenever you got something you want to say, man, just pop back on.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Yeah. So I guess the 3 minutes is up, huh? Kelvin Martin or whatever his name was. He didn't want it. J Dog from Boston. Yeah, we live, J Dog. Yeah, hands on. You know what I'm saying? This is y'all show. I just work here. Shouts out J Dog Boston. Yeah, it's your brother, but it's you. It's about me shouting you out, shouting y'all out. So it's all love. We here to really talk shop, to really talk about what's going on in the world unfiltered. I mean, I can't let you just say anything. So I am moderating it. But the topic today got to do with this whole Black History Month situation, and who established it, which was Gerald Ford, President Gerald Ford, a white Republican, Gerald Ford, and who's allegedly trying to remove it, which is Donald Trump, and which one is more offensive and a mockery. Vovo.
What's good, brother?
Man, you got it, Vovo. What's your thoughts on this, man?
I didn't hear the Gerald Ford part. I was in the other room. I was doing some stuff.
Okay, the subject is Black History Month, and how so many of our people, a lot of black people that got a battery in their back against Trump. They think that he's the most super racist president that ever existed, and now that he's pushing an executive order, a DEI, like getting rid of all these programs that that's supposed to be spending money for diversity and all of this type of stuff. He's supposed to be now getting rid of not just Black History Month, but LGBT Pride Month and Holocaust Remembrance Day and all of that. But of course, we just concerned about the black part. So my question was, which president and which action was more offensive? Gerald Ford for mocking us with Black History Month, saying that he thinks that we should be honored for a month for our achievements as Black Americans, or Donald Trump for getting rid of that and saying, no, that's wasting money and whatever the case is?
Well, my thing is this, right? You know, I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump because he was killing a lot of them programs. I just voted for his policies more than anything. I do think Trump is a dope individual. I grew up seeing Trump on TV. I'm 38 years old. So, you know, I grew up seeing Trump on TV. I grew up knowing who Trump was and all that. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I voted for Trump because of these policies. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm expecting him to do. Some stuff that Trump did already I don't like. You know what I mean? But I knew that he was going to do it, and I got to eat that. You know what I mean? My thing is this, right? I ain't nothing wrong with Black History Month. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up celebrating Black History Month. Like I said, I'm 38 years old. I don't got no problem with Black History Month.
All right, let me stop you right there. Let's look at this, because I want you to go nowhere. I ain't trying to get rid of you. We're gonna talk for a minute. You said you don't think there's nothing wrong with Black History Month. So this is the thumbnail. President Gerald Ford, which was also a Republican white male president, officially established Black History Month in 1976. You know, issuing a proclamation recognizing the month of February, for whatever reason they chose that month, as a time to honor the achievements of Black Americans, right? That's 1976. 28 years prior to that, 28 years prior to that, President Harry S. Truman established, or was a key factor in establishing, the separate state and territory for white Ashkenazi Jewish victims of Germany or Hitler Holocaust, called the State of Israel, right? So from 1948 until 1976, that was like 28 years. So by the time Gerald Ford said, I'm gonna carve out a month to just honor the achievements of the people that we destroyed for the last 400 years and are living deliciously, and this whole country was made the greatest country in the last 6,000 years, the most powerful nation in 6,000 years, because of the Black slave labor, the blood, sweat, and tears that soaked this nation. How is that not offensive if you know how to carve out a whole separate state and territory somewhere on earth for people that you didn't enslave, right? Hitler in another country called Germany, you know, traumatized them for 3 or 4 years, but then we know how to carve out a whole separate state and territory for them and fund them with our Black slave tax dollars for 28 years at that time. Right now it's 77 years. We've been doing that, billions of dollars for them per year. But all he gonna establish for us is honoring our achievements for 1 month out of the year. Like, was we slaves for only 1 month out of the year for the last 400 years? You know what I'm saying? So how is that not offensive? Like, how are you cool with Black History Month?
Your question is, how is it not offensive, or how am I cool with it?
You said you cool with having a Black History Month.
Yeah, I'm 100% cool with that. We are honored year round anyway. This is
by
America.
who?
By the world.
Then why is it a Black History Month?
Everybody celebrate. Well, no, Black History Month is just it's a dedicated month. I don't got a problem with that. I really don't got a problem with that. I really don't. What do you want? What do you want? Like, what do you really want? I just told you
a whole separate state. You don't. Wait a minute. Let me. I'm gonna let you talk.
No, you're not though.
No, you said, what do I want? So I got to answer that. Right? You didn't hear what I just said that we want. Not just what I want, what we owed. So you don't want that.
Yeah, I want my reparations. Hell yeah.
So but you said you cool with that. You said, what do I want?
History Month. No, I'm not saying that's it. I'm not saying
you just said, what do I want?
I didn't say that was it, brother. Come on, brother. Come on. Let's not start trolling, bro. Please.
That's not trolling. I'm holding you to your own words.
I ain't come over here for that though, brother.
Why didn't you say nothing else then?
I can't finish. You said, hold on, wait, I'm gonna let you finish. You start going into this whole rigmarole of the Jews and all that. I'm like,
that's not rigmarole, bro. That's actual history.
The Jews ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Nothing.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do. The Jews having their own separate state and territory was because of the U.S. president and every U.S. president since Harry S. Truman. That don't got nothing to do with you.
They don't got nothing to do with me.
Okay, well, you got 3 minutes. You got the flow. Say your piece. I'm gonna shut up.
All right. You said you want your own state. They did carve out their own state. Liberia. They Liberia. If you want to go back to
Africa, out Liberia.
The United States government and the other powers, they carved out Liberia. Liberia was carved out. If you want to go there, you can go there.
No. Bring the receipts.
Every time I'm on, brother.
Bring the receipts. Can you type the receipts in the chat?
You're gonna give me 3 minutes. I knew you wasn't gonna give me 3 minutes. I read your spirit.
But you're not going nowhere. I'm not.
I can't even finish what I'm saying.
All right, my bad. I apologize.
Here, there, Liberia. You taking me Jews. You taking me all over the place, brother. You taking me around the block.
My apologies. My apologies. You got it. I'm finna just write notes.
Appreciate it, brother. My thing is this. Ain't no problem with Black History Month. None. I've been celebrating Black History Month ever since I was born. I have no problem with that. I forgot what the original question was because you took me so far. But I don't got no problem with that. I voted for Trump because of the policies. There's some policies that I don't agree with that Trump implemented, and some things that Trump did already in his 13 days or whatever he's been president that I don't agree with. I don't agree with freeing the Jan 6ers. I don't agree with that. But I knew he was going to do that. So, but that's something that I had to eat. You know what I mean? I agree with mass deportation. I agree with that. I agree with no taxes over 40 hours. I agree with that. I agree with drill, baby, drill. I agree with that. I live here in America. My thing is this. If somebody want to go back to Africa, Ghana just opened the door. It ain't no excuse. It's all talk. Ghana just opened the door. If you really serious, there's a lot of Black people that actually went there, that actually went to Ghana. They actually went there. So it ain't no excuse. Everybody else is just talking. So, I voted for Trump. Far as there was something else, man. You kind of threw me off when you said that.
No, not to cut you off, but do you see the title?
Yeah, you said which one is more offensive.
So you talking? Listen. You talking about everything else. So that's why I be quiet.
You threw me off, brother, when I was in
How I threw you off of the title?
Because you started talking about Jews and all types of wild shit. I was talking about the title.
All type of what?
Okay, the title. Neither one of them is offensive. Trump didn't remove Black History Month. Yesterday, you can look at Trump's Twitter. He acknowledges it's Black History Month. He just acknowledged it. He didn't remove it. He removed the DEI programs because they've been taken advantage of.
Are you a member of any Black organization?
No.
How old are you?
38.
38, Black male, not a member of no Black organization, and you voted for Trump. So you Republican?
No.
You just voted for Trump because
I vote for policies. I vote for policies. I don't vote for no.
So conservatives is a policy, right?
It ain't. No, I vote for the policies I like. I vote for the policy. I'm a businessman first. I like to do business. When I deal with a man, I deal in business. When I came up here, you had the title. I like the title. I came up. When I go to the grocery store, I go there to get groceries.
What is the title? What is the title? You just talking now. What is the title?
The title was which one? I had to make sure. That's why I asked.
What is the title, brother?
Establishing it or removing it. Establishing it is not offensive.
Let's stick with that. You got the flow. You got 3 more minutes to stick with the title.
I don't even need all of them because, brother, you said you.
Due diligence.
Peace. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Let me know if it's a delay. I got my other camera open too, and I can just switch over if it get too bad.
Yeah, you're good. I hear you.
All right. So to go to the topic, and peace to you, big bro. Appreciate you for letting me up.
Man, peace.
To speak to the topic, yeah, I do feel like Black History Month is a farce. You know, it's empty. It doesn't really mean nothing. There's nothing substantial to it. Like you said, they always giving us these token victories. Like, what are we doing with Black History Month? We don't get nothing substantial out of it. It's just for play. And I'm not for play. My people is not for play. Like, you can't give us something a month and not give us nothing tangible to go with it. It's kind of like the same thing how like Malcolm X said that, you know, we have these token victories as far as just like even dealing with like segregation. Like, segregation still exists. Like, I can go 2 neighborhoods over and go to a gated community that don't have no Black people in it. Like, there's communities all over America. If I go downtown and step into one of these banking buildings, one of these big corporation buildings, they don't have no Black people in them. You know what I mean? And they want to keep it like that. But me, I'm not offended by those things. I believe that Trump is a white nationalist, right? And whenever you look at his policies, he's putting his people first, as he should, right? But like you say, we should be holding their feet to the flame to get ours and stop accepting these token W's. You know what I'm saying? When I look at the policies like DEI, and then he's trying to do away with that. When I look at him, he say like, let's close the borders and not let so many people in. I look at that. I look at where he got sued for his business for not letting for trying to discriminate against Black people. He's clearly a white nationalist, right? He's clearly trying to do the most for his demographic, which is okay. That's what you're supposed to do in politics. And I respect Trump for being out there and putting it out there. And for the people who can't see that just think he's for everybody in business, now, like, that's his lane. Like, he's doing for his people and for his lane. So I don't want to go too long, but you know.
Oh no, stay up here with me. No, stay up here with me for a minute. All right. Salute Astro Revolutionary. He said, what is a white nationalist? The definition of nation means race. If y'all look up the definition of nation, matter of fact, I'll do it for you real quick, just so y'all don't think I'm freestyling. Nation means race. So everybody that claims that they're a Black nationalist or a white nationalist, if you cool being a Black nationalist, then what's wrong with Trump and them being a white nationalist? He's representing his nation. We think nation means country. Nation don't mean country. Nation don't mean land. Nation means genetics. That means genetics. Hold on, here it go right here, I think. Look right here. It say nation, origin, nation, a race of people. A race of people, large group of people with common ancestry and language. I know that's covering up too much of the screen, but so anybody that's talking about nation time, you don't even know what the word means. You talking about race. When you say the word nation, you saying the word race. You know what I'm saying? They just twisted you up. You want the word nation to mean something else, but it don't. That's the definition of the word, the etymology. So if you a Black nationalist, you know what I'm saying, or you love your people, that means you're a nationalist, right? There's nothing wrong with being a nationalist. That's why you foolish to believe that politics is going to supersede nature. The person's nature going to come first. Their nature is their nation. They're going to put their nature and their nation first every time. A lion is always going to naturally, even if he was raised in a zoo, the lion going to put another lion before he put a tiger, put a tiger before his own. That's what we going against. What you say, dude? Diligence.
I said, absolutely. That's in everybody's nature. Everybody's going to put the group that they belong to first, at least everybody should. And for us to expect him or anybody else in power to put us before themselves, you asking for something that'll never happen. We asking them, like, that's why, like, I'm for reparations, you know, but I don't think they'll ever do it because we're asking them to put us on a level playing field, you know, and they realize that. But that don't mean we shouldn't push forward and put their feet to the fire, because, like you said, other groups have gotten reparations from America for different atrocities. You know,
well,
what I mean?
I doubt that, though. I think that what they gave the Japanese and other people and Native Americans, that wasn't reparations. That's further mockery. That's mockery. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what to do. They proved that they know what to do when they established the state of Israel in Palestine. They proved that they know what to do. They know how to give you the state of the art, best everything if they want to, but they don't want to.
Right, and we accept what they give us. You know what I mean? They accepted what what they were given. So I do agree that those are still minute things, you know what I mean? But we always supposed to be striving for more. And I always say this to people, Cam. I take it like the Declaration of Independence, right, where it says, you know, we the people found this nation for our progeny, right? But we always want to project ourselves into that. Like they wasn't thinking about black people whenever they founded the
United States. They said all men was created equal. While they was like, get the cotton nigga, 3/5 of a human being nigga. Like,
so, and then they say for themselves and they progeny, which means their kids, which means their descendants, which don't have nothing to do with us. Right. And like Malcolm X said, we are 14th Amendment citizens, and we were real citizens and was wholly into the constitutional fold. They wouldn't have had to add extra laws. They just would have let us in, and all the laws apply to us equally. Why do we have to be 14th Amendment citizens if the law already applies to us? That lets you know that we second class citizens and we need something else to give us extra protection because they don't consider us as equals.
We're not citizens at all. We property. We're property. We're legal captives, right? If we were citizens, we would have our own name. We would have our own language. We'd have our own. So the fact that they never respected, our quote unquote independence or sovereignty to begin with, they came and physically used violence and every other crime against humanity, human trafficking, sexual, Thomas Jefferson, all the founding fathers had so many children by their slave wenches and all, So we've been victimized by everything. So that's not even called slavery. That's called bondage and affliction. That's called terrorism. That's not slavery. Slavery is legal. Slavery is justifiable. Just like prison or jail is just justifiable. But what they did, that's satanic bondage. That is not slavery. That's something else. And they changed the definition of that to make you think that, all slavery is what they did to us. That's not what slavery is either.
Indeed. So do you agree, like, as far as like Trump, like I'm not looking for Trump to do nothing for us, but if he does, I'm going to take it. But like the other brother that was just on, he like, I voted for Trump. I agree with his policies and stuff like that. But I think like you don't really understand. Like it ain't for you. You might get some scraps off of the plate, but it ain't for you. Like Trump has let it be known like who he's for. You know what I mean? You got the good old boys. You got Elon up there doing the white power salute. You know what I'm talking about? Like we know what it is. And like if you just open your eyes and just see it for what it is and stop trying to be so idealistic and friendly with everybody and stuff like that, like we can accept him for. I respect Trump for being who he is. I'd rather have somebody like Trump to show what his nature is and who he is rather than somebody sitting up there lying to my face, you know what I mean, and just trying to stall me out. Trump don't never try to stall us out. He put his foot down and say it is what it is. I catch you on the next one.
Yeah. And I asked the brother, like, so are you conservative? He said, no, I just vote for his policies. His policies are conservative policy. That's conservative. The root word meaning conserve. He's conserving money. He's trimming the fat. He's conserving extra energies and extra, help for other people before we help us, Americans first, or white Americans, if that's who he's talking about. But two-gender ideology, just conservative basically means natural nuclear family, natural provable laws of nature values. Other than capitalism. Capitalism is something else, that can go in, that can muddy the waters. But you if you claim that you voting for the policy and not the man, and you a whole fool. You a whole fool. You act like you can separate the policy from the man. You can separate the man from the message. You a whole fool.
Cannot.
Yeah, how you do that? How you separate the man from his message,
absolutely.
from his policy?
Madonna,
Madonna,
one and the same because the message. And then we got to understand what politics mean, man. Like politics is like. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just a delay. My bad. It's a delay. So
my bad.
What you say?
I'm gonna come in through my other camera. That way.
Third eye.
No, salute, Cam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Say something. Yeah, it must be a
Yeah,
long
can you hear
delay.
me?
You're gonna have to come up, tap out, Madonna, and then come back because
Yeah, I come.
you 10 minutes behind. I mean 10 seconds behind. Go ahead, dude.
Was mine delaying also? Because if so, I'm gonna jump back in.
No, you good. Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Like, I understand what he's trying to say. You know what I mean? But that's how you gonna get bamboozled on that too, because politicians are supposed to tell you what you want to hear, what they think you want to hear. So you can think that, oh yeah, I'm voting, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get the man behind the policy, and you never know what his real interests are. These people gonna say anything to get off in the office. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to us to, hold their feet to the fire and make them do what they gonna say. That's why I didn't vote for Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust these people, and I'm glad that I didn't, because he slid out that thing like a smooth criminal without doing nothing for nobody, and we praised him and acted like he was Jesus or something like that, which ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not religious per se, but I'm saying a lot of people look up to Obama like he was the best thing since Jesus, especially black people. They got Jesus, Martin Luther King, and Obama on their wall in their house. You know what I'm talking about? And I feel like he didn't do nada.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing for us, for black people. We all know that. Like the brother that was just on saying that he voted for Trump, and like you said, if you already bamboozled if you believing in this system. If you 38 and you a black man from America and you ain't a part of no black conscious organization, no military, no brotherhood, and you worship or you put money above nationhood, you like, oh, I'm a money maker, I'm a businessman, but you're not a brother. You're not a soldier. You don't got no army. Like, how far you think you're gonna be able to go with your business? You know what I'm saying? Whatever money you think you're gonna acquire, how you gonna protect it? You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna spend it with? Who you gonna spend it on? Well, me and my family. Oh, not if my family's starving. Not if me and my army family is starving, and you already rejected us. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna protect you against us? You understand what I'm saying? So our priorities is already off. Like, and if you're not surrounding yourself with an army, then you don't even know what to do. You think you're just supposed to, get women and try to have babies and think you being a man because you get money. No, you go get your money took. I don't know if y'all know what's going on in life right now, in these streets right now. If you ain't got no army, you might not want to be advertising nothing like I'm a money maker. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same thing in international affairs also. If you can't protect what you got, people coming to get it, baby. So, it don't mean nothing to have something and can't protect it. That's what sovereignty is all about. You know what I'm saying? Being able to protect yourself. And that's why we got to be careful about this world order or this internationalism that they trying to do too, because, it's still going to be a hierarchy. And that's the question. Like, if we go into this internationalism, this new world order, somebody still got to be in charge. It's still going to be a hierarchy of some sort. And this was the other thing that I wanted to say on the business tip. To the business tip, like, we don't have no industry, so they'll let you participate in their industry and make them money. Because if you're not a manufacturer and you're not a part of no big business, you just helping their business. You are a retailer. You know what I'm saying? You still helping other people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we need a real industry. We don't have no piece of no industry, and they block us out of industry. They have monopolized big business. I'm talking about natural resources. I'm talking about all those type of things where it's big business. We don't have no industry that we can say black people is holding it down, man. And that's kind of sad. And we should realize that and stop just letting them give us crumbs and being able to participate in their business to make their pockets fatter. And we think that's life. That's good.
Man, that's real talk. So I wanted to show this right here also to the brother that was that I was on with, that he was arguing about. He voted for Trump, and he was talking about we should go back to Ghana and all that. We ain't going back to nowhere on our own dime. We didn't pay to come over here. Somebody's supposed to pay, our way. If we want to stay here, they're supposed to pay for us. So if you look at number 4 on what the Muslims want, and this is from 1965, Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Message to the Black Man of America in America. On number 4, it says, we want our people in America, black people whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves, to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land, and that the land must be fertile and minerally rich, not no desert or not no toxic dump, already infrastructure built up and all that. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate state or territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. They've been doing that for Israel for 76 years, 3 times that amount. 3 times that amount. But for, you know, little Johnny come lately black, you know, conscious Negroes hopping on here talking about we go back to Ghana. No, you supposed to take us back to Ghana in luxury and establish for us what you established for your white brothers over there in Palestine called Israel. So, but that we'd rather fight against our own, we'd rather fight against real justice and accept voting. I want to vote for my former slave master because I agree with his policies. Instead of voting for your own terms, like your own, this is your president right here. This is your leader, your president right here. You know, that's the policy you should be voting for. But you're not a member of the nation because you're not a member of no black organization, remember? So you wouldn't know that. But you hop on off the porch immediately and give your feelings and opinions based on no track record or no brotherhood experience, no black military experience, no knowledge of, you know, what we're really owed. So our own people is our biggest, you know, ops right now.
I agree. And to people who put their faith in the system, I would ask them, what has it done for you? Like, what have you gotten for your vote? Like, we got Obama in there. He was the great black hope. He was supposed to do, like, what did he do? And from as long as we have been voting, what have we got for our vote? And then you will have people that will tell you and me, Kim, I don't know if you vote or not. I don't vote, but I'm just saying, and generally speaking, people would then turn it, well, if you vote for somebody, right? Or if you don't vote, you know what I'm saying? Either way, they'll turn around and tell you it's your fault for voting for the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? So or
they're gonna have an excuse that say, well, enough of us didn't vote, so we still didn't get what we want. We still didn't get the man or the woman that we wanted. So that's why I've said the whole reparations thing ain't political. This is devil versus God. This is God versus devil business. This is good versus evil. But you don't want to get into really, well, I don't do religion. Okay, you do money and politics. So you worship money and politicians, right? Well, I'm not with that program neither. I know that reparations ain't gonna come from politics because they would have did it if they was gonna do it out the kindness of their heart and they knowledge of, you know, what they owe us. They would have been did it. That's not gonna happen. So why would you be cool with them offending you and mocking you with little crumbs and little drops out the tap water faucet?
And string you along for 4 years and give you hope. Obama was selling hope. He tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, Obama tell you, like, this is a hope. I got hope for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hope dealer, huh?
You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest thing to sell, and sold them on it and didn't do nothing and slid out of that thing like unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we scared to even say anything offensive. Like, if I seen Obama, I'm gonna give him the business. I'm gonna say you are a piece of, you know what I'm saying? You didn't do nothing. You didn't fight for us. You didn't bring into nothing else specifically for us. You didn't use your executive powers. They had all kinds of excuses for that man. And for people that vote, what have you gotten since black people have been able to vote? Somebody please tell me something substantial that we have gotten. None of that token stuff. We're talking about substantial things that move the bar, something that's good for our generation, something that we can put in the bank, something that we can build on. Like, we haven't got anything substantial since we've been able to vote. So it's not working. We need to figure out something else. Like, that's just,
I mean, it been figured out already. Let me put this up here again. You know what I'm saying? This was already figured out, and this is just half of it. One half is what the Muslims want, and the other half is what the Muslims believe. But that's why, and I say Muslims meaning Nation of Islam. You don't have to call yourself a Muslim. If anybody know, our theology is about the knowledge of self. It's not belief in ghosts and spirits and ghost stories and nothing. This is about the knowledge and provable history and provable science of the original man and woman of this planet. That is what we preach. That's what we believe in. That's what we have faith in. Not no ghost mystery, invisible, Casper the Friendly, nothing. We want freedom. This is what we want. We want freedom. We want full and complete freedom. We want justice. Not please give us justice. We're telling you what we want, and we're telling you what we've taken, and we have already set up for ourselves among our own nation within a nation. We want justice. We want equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all, regardless of creed, class, or color. We want equality of opportunity, meaning equal opportunity of knowledge and education and resources. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. And then after that, it's a little part, because it's like, oh, my bad. Hold on, let me get this off of here. The bottom, since we cannot get along with these people, our former slave masters, in peace and equality, after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contribution to this land and to the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own. There's more to it, but that's just, the half of it. So we're not waiting for them. We already are the nation of Islam, a full functioning, sovereign, independent, separated nation within a nation, right here in your midst for the last 95 years. I'm talking about to our people that claim, well, what we gonna do if we don't vote? Like, what have we been doing not voting? We've been in better condition, better shape, better love, better knowledge, better respect all over the world and everything by not voting and not participating in our former slave people, Pharaoh and the Egyptians systems. We exodus that a long time ago, even though we still physically here. We can interact with them and nothing, but they don't rule us. We don't vote for their system. We don't vote for our Pharaoh and Egyptians. Like, what are y'all talking? Y'all claim to be Christian. Y'all claim to believe in the Bible. It's Sunday, so I mean,
yeah, they'll tell you to vote for the lesser evil. What kind of ignorance is that? Choose my slave master. Like that's what you're telling me. Like, if two people is evil, I'm not participating. I'm not voting. And in true politics, withholding your vote is still political action. You saying that I choose not to participate because the thing is corrupt, but if I participate, then I'm complicit. I'm an accessory. So of course, I am not going to be complicit into something that I feel is corrupt or unjust. I'm just not going to do it.
Man. And I don't take brain surgery to know that we don't have to vote for no evil. Like, you talking about, well, we got to vote. Says who? Okay, right. If we gotta vote, I vote to not vote. I vote to abstain. That my abstaining from voting is a vote. I'm voting for neither one of them. So you believe that you had to take the Fauci juice. You believe that you had to take that. So you took it. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. Nobody in the nation believed that, and nobody in the nation took it, to my knowledge. So
one day you're gonna have to give me a lesson, man, on the nation, because I know a little bit of the history, but I'm sure I can get the good history from you, just as far as just like all their achievements and accomplishments. Because at one time, the nation was popping. I'm talking about
the nation's still popping. It's popping more than ever. But if you relying on the enemy media to show that, like they made the mistake and showed it in the 70s, 60s and the 70s. They'll never make that mistake with their media again and highlight our success or highlight our unity and our power. So they gotta, censor and make it look like it's not cracking. It's cracking more than it ever was.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to make that a show one day and just go through it, because I like to know. I'm interested.
Yeah, that's your own nation. That's your nation. It's not like I had somebody on yesterday telling, well, I'm not into religion. I'm not a Muslim. Like, what does Muslim mean? Like, Muslim just means Islam just means submission to truth. Do you submit to truth? You know what I'm saying? And it's not a religion, because it's our nature. It's the nature of the original people. The original people of this planet are righteous people by nature. We loving, we forgiving, we peaceful, we charitable because we created everything. So we don't feel like we got to rob nobody or nothing. We love giving. We love serving. We love, providing for others. But if you're a Johnny come lately opposite little demon child, demon people, then you hasty and you don't got the patience that it takes to learn, to master, to produce or create or this or that. So you want to take, you want to hoard, you want to covet what somebody else already, use they gifts and they skills and they work to produce. So that's what these people, they're the man of haste. They're a hasty people. They don't have no patience.
I remember on the last show you said something about like we beat them up off of us for like 2,000 years, and I forgot who you said that, but I also read that in Chancellor Williams' book, The Destruction of Black Civilization. Like he made that clear too, that these foreigners, whether it be the Persian people or the European people, were constantly trying to invade Africa and take resources and whatever they was trying to do, and we beat them off for a long time, like thousands of years, so yeah.
Right. I mean, like I said, just because somebody put something in, I'm not disagreeing with you, but just because somebody put something in a book, we don't just take it on face value. I don't want nobody taking nothing that I say or that the nation say or print or teach or preach on face value. Listen to it and go disprove it. Go disprove it if you don't agree. Hold on one second. Due diligence.
Yeah.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Hop on the live. Jesus is king. Because I don't do the big typing, the big novels in the comments, but you got a lot to say or you got a lot to type. So Jesus is king. I need you to hop on the live with me. You got 3 minutes. I'm not gonna block you, but I can't allow you to keep typing because you typing too much and you want attention. So I want to give you attention, but I don't want to give you type attention. I want to give you man-to-man live real-time conversation attention so we can see you and hear you like you can see and hear me. So Jesus is king. You got 3 minutes. Otherwise, my wrench mobbers are gonna wrench you out temporarily because you ain't necessarily offending me, but you typing too much. If you got that much to type, you should be able to just say it. You know what I'm saying? So hop on the live with me.
I like that concept of what you said. Were you still reading the chat? Were you still gonna bring up?
No, I'm done.
The concept of what you said, a nation inside of a nation. That's beautiful. I like that concept. I've always thought that we should be just that. According to what they did to us, you know what I mean? Like that will be the proper reparations, is to make us a nation inside of a nation and let us do for ourselves. Like people act like it's some type of sin or something that's negative for people that want to be separate. Like I don't want to force myself on nobody. If somebody don't want to be around me, like why would I try to force that on them? Like why would I go to the government and be like, they won't let me come eat in a restaurant? Like I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go down the street and deal with people who want to deal with me. I would never force myself upon anybody. So, and when you get to the bottom of Elijah Muhammad's, where he said that, we want a separate state, some people be like, oh, that's separatist. So?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You don't want to do for yourself. Like we was doing good right after slavery, where we were all doing for ourselves, having our own businesses, having our own everything, you know what I mean? Marketing with each other. Farming with each other, agriculture, things like that. It was, I would say, part of the desegregation helped stomp out Black independence. You know what I mean? Part of it. So,
yeah,
what's wrong with being separate? If people want to be separate, let them be. Like, who are you to impose yourself on anybody? It's crazy.
Right. And we see that they don't want us, they don't love us, they don't like us. Why force yourself, somewhere that you're not wanted? You they don't want you. So why you want to be somewhere where you're not wanted? Go where you are wanted. Go where you're appreciated, where you're recognized as an equal. You know what I'm saying? Where people got love for you, where you're loved, especially. But we don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We're looking for anything better than ourselves. Anything is better than being a nigga. Because you think you a nigga. Who made you a nigga? God didn't make you a nigga. The creator didn't make you a nigga. The one that made you a nigga is the one you trying to run to. You trying to run and get made something worse than that, apparently.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I think that it's funny that, you know, we're trying to get into the full constitutional fold to be accepted as full citizens and stuff. But another conversation we can have for another time is they gonna have to come back around and get into and come back into humanity. You know what I mean? We trying to come into the constitutional fold to be proper citizens, but they're gonna have to turn full circle and come back around and join into humanity. And I don't want to go too far on that. That's a different conversation for a different day, and the party go a little bit left, but it's coming.
Right. No, it's part of the conversation because it got to do with why, they're offending us and mocking us, by offering us Black history. Our people are so mentally immature, spiritually and mentally immature, that we more mad at Trump for getting rid of the mockery of us than we are at, Gerald Ford and everybody else. Like, yeah, man, we need our own month. Like, we need our own month for who? According to who?
Yay, Black History Month. What did it do? Like,
King Dopus.
What's up with you, brother Cam?
Oh man, you got it. Peace. What's your thoughts on this topic? If you've been keeping track.
Oh yeah, I definitely have. I had dropped a comment down there, man, about in our current mind state. Now I could see when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad put those demands out, Blacks were a little bit more unified as opposed to some of the trials and tribulations that we going through right now. There wasn't the proliferation of the gangs and those type of things. My only question was wondering if we were given this land, and like say they gave us South Dakota, North Dakota, like fertile land with a lot of space and we could do, wouldn't that put us in a position to have to hold ourselves accountable and police our own, something which over the last 50 years since gangbanging has exploded, not just here but as we see in the most rural and small towns. I just wanted to ask you how that would work, because we have to work on us first, right, before we could, because we ain't gonna do nothing but tear the land up. It's how I see it.
Who is we?
Well, that's why I said who would be allowed to go to this land. You know what I'm saying?
That's what if we already are an army. If you know anything about the majority of the members of the Nation of Islam, we came from gang banging and penitentiary and jail, street life, right? So we are the enforcers. We are the law, the law enforcers. We are the ones been policing our own nation and our own community. Even the police and the outside people pay the FOI to come help clean up the shit that they can't clean up. Right. So we already are respected because they know that we not flower boys or Jehovah Witnesses. No disrespect. They know where we really from and what we really know how to do behind the walls and on the street. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, it's going to take an army. It's going to take laws and law enforcers, period. You're going to have to make some examples and some demos, some real serious demonstrations for people that think that they're going to play with this.
Yeah.
And that's going to get took care of real quick. So everybody, and part of what the Muslims want also, the other part goes into those details for those of our peoples that's held in federal prisons or whatever that choose that want to accept Islam and come with us, you know what I'm saying, and come under the law, the righteous law of this and that, then they can come with us, you know what I'm saying? But if they're not willing to submit to righteous laws of morality and atonement and all that, then you stay with the enemy and you get whatever they got for you. But you can't come with us just because you Black and think you can keep doing what you was doing.
That was my whole point, brother Cam.
May I speak to it? Yeah. I don't take this the wrong way, but I don't like the approach that you came, because you like, well, we get our own nation. Who's going to police us? And like, we ain't gonna do nothing but tear it up. So it sounds like you don't even have faith in yourself.
I didn't say it, and that wasn't even with my comment. If you saw it in the chat, my comment was it would take us, and I said it, if like-minded individuals would want to go, I could see it working. And we would have to police ourselves. That's what my comment was, brother.
Right.
With all due respect.
No, okay.
My comment was we would have to hold ourselves accountable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Can I
because
speak about that?
I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanna, you know, I've been it's been years since I got up here with you, but you know, I
Man.
grew up with your queen. That's my
Right.
homegirl. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Man,
Shout out
salute.
to Pasadena, Altadena,
Right.
and all the help that they need. But you know, I love you, brother. I love what you're doing.
Man.
Shout out to the
Man.
Urban Alchemy program. I deal on my page with brothers that's did 30, 40 years. And I'm consistently saying everybody can go. That's all I'm gonna say.
You absolutely right, and you know, much love and respect, and whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying, you always welcome. As a matter of fact, I'm not rushing you off. You could stay on here for a minute and tell people where they could follow you, your program, and what you do or whatever. Ain't nobody rushing nothing, you know what I'm saying, unless you on some disrespect, and I just ain't got the patience for
but
it.
I'm soaking it all in. I put my comment down there, man, and I heard you say if you have some, I didn't want to be one of them keyboard warriors, you know, I'm gonna sit up here and talk. I think the last time we spoke was on Nick Cannon.
Oh
I hopped
yeah.
up on Instagram and we had a good dialogue about the Nick Cannon situation. But I'm Dopest TV, DOPEST TV, and yeah, we on elevation of the black man and woman. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, we following. I'm following you as soon as I get off here. Everybody follow the Dopest TV, YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, King Dopest on Instagram.
King Dopest on Instagram. And I'm gonna post this up. Anything else you want us to follow, just put it in the chat so we can follow you, because I'm gonna be the first one to follow you when I get off of here. And then you got VIP. This is how it works. If you don't show up and you 304 up, then you get wrenched out. But if you show up, then you get VIP treatment. Now everybody salute you like a man. That don't mean you gotta agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. You just show up like a man, and I gotta salute you and respect you. All right, well, we're gonna work it out. At some point, we're gonna come to an understanding, but right now, we're gonna support whatever you're doing, send some business, some dollars, some looks, some views, or whatever your way. So I appreciate you, King Dopest.
Hey, it's all love all the time. And salute to the brothers and sisters in the comments.
Man, salute. Yep. Let me go address.
I wasn't gonna get
Ex-son. Ex-son husband, salute. Thank you, ex-son, for the super chat. Said if your master, teacher, prophet, or whatever title y'all gave him is a certified pedo PDF, what does that make the students who still hold that individual up in high regard? So that's a great question. If it's true, I'm not sure who you're talking about, but ex-son husband, I'm going to have to require you to get on this 3-minute clock. You're going to have to get on a 3-minute clock, ex-son husband. We have to see your face and hear your voice. I appreciate the super chat, but all money ain't good money. If you send in evil suggestions with it. So hop on the super chat. You got 3 minutes, and I'll be happy to answer your question if I can see your eyes. If I can see your eyes and hear your voice, ask me that instead of typing it. I will answer it immediately to the best of my ability. If not, then this is the last time we'll see you on here. And thank you again for the super chat. Thank you, Dopest TV. Thank you. Love and blessings again. Dina in the building. Big Dina. Peace. Go ahead, due diligence. I'm gonna let Madon holler in a second.
Already. No, I didn't see his comment, so I had to just go by what he said. And what he asked you was, who's going to police us? And I think that's obvious whenever you say we have our own nation. Like every nation is responsible for policing themselves. You know what I mean? Like if you know what nationhood is. So I wasn't just gonna get on his head too tough, and I didn't want him to think I was gonna like try to ride him or anything. But I just don't. Whenever people say we ain't gonna do nothing but tear stuff up, like I don't like that mentality off the top. Even if it may be true, I ain't gonna come on a public platform and say it. I don't want to put that in people's heads. none of that. And I got more faith in black people in general. You know what I mean? So that's all.
I agree with him though. I agree with what he said though. It wasn't he just lumped us all together. He lumped the mentally wide awake, righteous, disciplined black people with the wild and undisciplined black people. And he just wanted to hear whether or not that there was a law enforcement or a chain of command or authority structure in place. You know what I'm saying? Where, it's judge, jury, or necessary execution for any crimes or violations, and we absolutely got that in place. So that's what he really meant. Like what law enforcement structure is in place, and is there a chain of command or a hierarchy? Is there, a leadership? And there's an arm, you got a brain, you got an executive branch, you got a military branch. So we got all of those branches is what he was talking about.
Indeed.
Yeah. Madon, you there still?
Yo, Cam, so no, I don't know. Do I still got a delay? It seems like I got a bad delay.
Even if you do, you can still speak. You know what I'm saying? We got a few minutes. I'm gonna be on here, I think, 10 more minutes. So go on and kick it.
Oh, no doubt, man. I've been stepping back, enjoying the conversation. Hearing different brothers' viewpoints and take on it. But the way I see it, I think it was a slap in the face, giving us Black History Month instead of some land of our own, freedom and independence. And because it just like I heard one of a brother say a long time ago, they always want to remind us of different things we invented, or remind us of things that we didn't know. Like we invented the peanut butter, but we ain't get paid for it. Ain't no Jordan A. Washington. You ain't got no Negro butter. I mean, goddamn. So I think Trump did a service of cutting that off, man. Where we just continuously just remind ourselves of things we invented, but we don't. It didn't benefit us. You know what I'm saying? Like it was no great substance that came out.
Right, and I wanted to kind of get into the Sunday school aspect of that, meaning reparations ain't gonna come from politics. Reparations gonna come from God and plagues and curses and revolution or unrest. Revolution, reparation gonna come from a real process. It's not gonna come from no prayers or no abracadabra mystery scripture stories or nothing like that. So the fact that Trump actually fulfills and represents the position of Pharaoh, right? And the Bible, if you enter Bible, is Sunday right now. If you enter that, it said, let my people go. So whoever the Moses and the Aaron of this time has been telling the presidents and this particular president, let my people go. So yeah, I'm finna kill all these little black programs, all this little sticky fly paper that's keeping y'all stuck to us like that. I'm gonna shake y'all niggas off of me. Y'all don't supposed to be holding on to us like that anyway. It's time for y'all to go for self. It's time for y'all to separate and do y'all exodus and you know what I'm saying, and go to your promised land or whatever it is your messenger or your God that y'all believe in. But if you with me, you trying to stay with me, I got something for you. Trump is telling you y'all try to keep holding on to us. This is what we got for you. So you might want to let us go. You might want to let us go because we already let you go. Tiffany Brown says, thank God for you grown men and women being part of the solution. Unity is a weapon against racism, war, and inhumanity. Each sect having its own ideas of what problems to better the future of all lives. Yeah. And we can't be emotional. We can't have this emotional battery in our back to where we can't reason together, because I can't go too far with somebody that get loud or that just want to argue for the sake of arguing. If you believe in white people or white structure or white voting, white system and all of that, then that's great for you. We don't believe in that over here. We're not trying to hear no parts of that. I don't believe in Black History Month. I don't believe in Martin Luther King Day established by my former slave master. I don't believe in no holiday, no celebration of no day that's established by my former slave masters. If it's established by my own people, then I'm with it. But show me one of these days that's been established by my own people, because it ain't. NAACP, SNCC, CORE, all these Black Lives Matters, that wasn't established by my people. Why am I take the banana in the tailpipe and slip on that? You know, I'm not doing that. We know better than that. You know, there's no organization that's more conscious, that's more advanced, more wise, you know, that got more military prowess and understanding than the Nation of Islam when it comes to this racial problem, this racial issue. So for anybody to hop on and, you know, I'll respect you and hear you out, but you ain't moving nothing. I'm just letting you express yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to challenge you. But at the end of the day, I can't force nothing on you. You can't force nothing on me. Do what you like. My job is just to inform you and get your blood off of my hands, and whatever you do with it, that's on you. Same here. If you believe Jesus is the way and there ain't no other way but besides him, then you got my blood off of your hands. We'll see, because I'm not going to follow your white idea of Jesus and religion. I'm not going to follow that. So all we can do is warn each other and then wait. Warn each other and wait. That's all we can do, respectfully. So that's what I do. It ain't nothing to get too excited about.
And I agree with you. The more of these token policies and all these token things that they give us to just hold us over, all these crumbs, the more that they take away, the more it's going to make us do for self, you know, because we ain't got all these fantasies in front of our face, and we're going to just have to do for self like one day, like as a whole, you know what I mean? Hopefully. But like you said, everybody can't go. I don't expect it to be every single, you know, black man in America, you know what I mean? But one day, hopefully we can have some type of, you know, political party nation in America somewhere to where we are not trying to engage in the system, but we just going out and doing for self. We financing the stuff that we want. You know what I mean? We got our own people policing ourselves. If we get in trouble, you know, we coming, you know what I mean? Like I pray for that one day. You know what I mean? I really hope for that one day.
Right. Well, when you say everybody can't go, that's not, you know, black people, everybody, that's not true. Every black person can go. We just don't choose to. We just choose not to go, right? So we can go. We are equipped. We can do what's necessary. This is like everybody can't heal their disease. Like everybody can't heal their cancer. No, everybody can heal their cancer. It's just everybody ain't willing to do, you know, the raw, you know, the vegetarian diet. Everybody ain't willing to stop smoking or drinking or eating. You can do it. You don't choose to do it for whatever reason. So it's not God destroying us. We destroying ourselves. He's just letting us choose what our free will is going to choose. He gave us the path. If we don't take the path, then that's on us.
I definitely agree, you know, and I meant it in the same sense. I know it's potentially everybody can go, but like you, people just be on that, people be on other stuff, you know what I mean? Like you said, everybody ain't righteous, and we ain't gonna want to deal with everybody. Everybody got their own, you know, way of belief systems, you know what I mean, moral systems and all that type of jazz, and that's fine, you know what I mean? Like I don't impose my beliefs on anybody. If I say my beliefs to you and you rock with me, then let's rock. You know what I mean? Like, and that's as simple as that. I deal with like-minded people. You know what I mean? I don't care if your God, like here's the issue that I have with other people's God, because I have been forsaken by other people's God. Like some people God say that I can't make it to their heaven. Some people God say that I'm not their brother. Some people God say that they're supposed to charge me interest. It's okay for them to charge me interest. Some people's God say it was okay for me to be in slavery, and I have issue with that. But they look down at me with pity and feel sorry for me. No, I feel sorry for you for believing in that jazz. You know,
man. Yeah, you dropped the bomb with that one. I would have to concur. Have to double and triple that emotion or that motion, because that's exactly accurate. We ain't we ain't rejecting nobody. We got open our arms and olive branches for all of our people, but because of our people's emotional trauma and dogma and programming, they think that it can only be one way. I seen I think that was a sister, Tiffany Brown. I agree with Tiffany Brown. Like I wasn't saying Christianity, quote unquote, can't be accepted, because like she said, the Quran, we believe in the Messiah, we believe in the Christ, or it's called Jesus, son of Mary. So we know that that's the Messiah. It's just a different understanding of it. So we embrace Judaism. We embrace the prophets of the Torah, the prophets and the teachings of the gospel. We embrace the Quran, but those don't embrace us. They reject us. We embrace them, and they try to make an argument. No, if you with the Quran is this, and like dude said, ex-husband, if your leader is allegedly a pedo, you know what I'm saying, then what does that make the followers? Okay, well, since you didn't show up, that means you're blocked, and thanks for the $10. But I still answer his question that first you're gonna have to provide proof that that's accurate. You know what I'm saying? Just because you heard a rumor that somebody is, a pedo, you know what I'm saying? Then where's the proof? Where's the receipts? They said the same thing about Elijah Muhammad, right? Where's the receipts? Because we know all of his offspring, you know what I'm saying? They active members and prominent members in the army, in the Nation of Islam. So if you go on YouTube, you can see the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's wives, you can see their ages, you can see their children, offspring. So what is, why put a evil suggestion or evil low-key accusation out there and you're not bringing no receipts? You ain't never heard us duck and dodge no conversation like that. It's people that hide behind keyboards and comments, and you could put some money up, but you just wasted it if you don't show up. If you 304 up and just don't have a conversation, then okay, I'm still gonna talk about it. So according to the history, the hadith of course of Arab history, Prophet Muhammad was a white man. Prophet Muhammad, we taught by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad that Prophet Muhammad of Arabia 1400 years ago was a white man who by nature and according to the natural definition, genetic definition, was what we call devil. Any live germ or organism grafted from original to its weakest stage is called devil. So according to physiological definition, that's devil. But if you learn the nature or the ways of life of the original black people, the original righteous black people from 35 to 50 years, then you're able to curb your nature. You're able to conquer the weakness and wickedness of your nature. If you practice righteousness, you can actually change your nature. But the account of marriage or marrying a 9-year-old or 11-year-old or something like that, which is Aisha, if that's what they're talking about, none of us was there. But in our ancient African, ancient Kemetic, so-called Egyptian culture, King Tut was 8 years old, 9 years old when he was on the throne. He had a child, or he got his wife pregnant when she was 10 years old or something. He died at 18 or something like that. But according to Islamic history, just because you get married to somebody don't mean you ever have sex with them. If you look at the Quran, it says if you divorce women before you have, but you have not yet touched them, or if you have not touched them, then it ain't nothing that you gotta what you call it, reckon. There's no reckoning that you owe them or whatever because you haven't touched them. So as far as polygamy is concerned, the reason why the polygamy was even allowed and prearranged marriages is that chiefs or fathers or tribes or generals of a certain tribe might got a 3-year-old daughter. They might got a daughter that wasn't even born yet and just swears their allegiance, any son or daughter, to be under this righteous prophet or his tribe or somebody in his family. It's prearranged. It don't mean that you're going to ever touch her until she become of age. You still my wife. You my wife at 3 years old. Your father is just not going to allow you to be entertained by no other male because you already have been given to me. So when you reach that age or whatever the age is at that time, then I can consummate, in other words, with the permission of her father, once he says she's of age and she's mature enough or whatever, then you can consummate it with, intimacy or whatever. But that's facts that while, ninjas just like to throw out there, or lack of facts that, you know, wild ninjas just want to throw out there because it sounds real emotional, it sounds real P. Diddy or Disney or whatever, but don't nobody want to have no real talk about it. They don't want to show up. They don't want to show up for the conversation. Our history, African history, Middle Eastern history, North African history, Egyptian history, Kemetic history, has always been prearranged multiple wife marriages, polygamy prearranged to where my daughter, I got to say, I got an 8-year-old daughter. I'm already given her to, you know, Minister Farrakhan's grandson or something, or son or whatever, or even Minister Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? If he, I wouldn't have no problem with that. My daughter could be 8 years old right now. When she get old enough, if he's around or he's, you know, healthy or whatever, like who I'm gonna trust her with more? Who do I think is gonna produce a better DNA? You know what I'm saying? For my daughter to carry. Some new young dude that I'm really not sure of, or some champion UKC sperm, you know what I'm saying, that comes from a God man. But y'all not into the science of mating. You into it don't look right. It don't feel like, well, you taking advantage, you manipulating. No, okay, well, stay away from it then. Not saying that that's how it go, but if you just into your feelings and you're not into the science and the purpose of life, then you're not even qualified to judge it. But go ahead.
No, man. I was hoping you wasn't going to engage in it if you wasn't going to come up, but I absolutely agree with mostly everything that you said. Like, people's cultural marital practices is different all over the world. And you stated, like, you know, man, I don't have to reiterate what you said, but you said what you said, and that's absolutely true. Like, marital practices around the world, people marry young, you know, people have arranged marriages. So for you to try to like chastise somebody, come with a little slick ass comment, and then you didn't come with nothing to back it up with, and just throw that out there, that was just a little curveball. But I agree with every thing you said. I don't discriminate against nobody on their cultural marital practices. That's just silly. Like, people have a right to marry however they want to marry in their culture. You know what I mean? So,
right.
You know, I don't.
But how, you know, I see Tiffany said America is a great place for that to happen because of those places. If you go there, because of those places, if you go there, you have to be Muslim. Do you? We are given freedom of choice. So you think freedom of choice to be a freak and to be a twerker and to be a prostitute or to be a Planned Parenthood, Kamala, you think that's good? You think it's good to be free to be able to do all of that stuff? Is that the kind of freedom you think is good? The kind of freedom we have in America to be freaks and demons and abomination, you know, people? You think that's good freedom? So free will is, you know, all freedom is good freedom. Is that what you think, Tiffany? Do you think all freedom is good freedom?
Absolutely done. I would like to give an example too. How do we have a FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and yet the highest killer in the world is from food, heart disease? You know, so I would enjoy it if my government took away the foods that are killing us, take away the chemicals. Like, I don't have no gripe against that. I don't want to be so freedom to where I want to eat everything that's going to kill me, and I don't even want that to be an option for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, take that away. I don't want it to be an option for my kids. Like, take those freedoms away. We don't need.
You know it's poison. That's why, like it or not, it has to be some type of authority figure. If you don't agree with the authority, then rebel. Do what you do. Take your chances. Do a January 6th against Trump and them again or something. But if Trump is an authority and he got an army behind him and they got arms, they got weapons, they got an army, and he says there's only 2 genders and you want there to be 50 genders, you want to be free to do whatever you want to do in a girl's bathroom and you a man, then, you know, good luck, because I'm with law and order. I'm with law and law enforcement. I'm with you not being free to do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm with that. I don't believe you're supposed to be free to do whatever you want to do. I believe that we're supposed to be righteous slaves. We're supposed to be righteous slaves of righteous natural laws, right? That's what I believe. So if you don't believe like I believe, then that's why, you know, you're free to not be around us. Because you come around us, you're going to get held to some laws, you know what I'm saying, and some demands that's going to be put on your life, or some punishments if you violate them. That's where safety comes in at, right? If a man is supposed to keep you safe, if you don't agree and you think, I'm supposed to be, I should wear what I want to wear. Okay, well then you forfeit security then, because I'm not securing lawlessness and wild rebelliousness and all of that. No, you on your own. Don't talk about when we the most disrespected and most unprotected. Nah, you forfeited all of that because you want to do what you want to do. So that's not how real life works.
And furthermore, you could never build a community or a nation in anarchy. Like you're going to have some type of law and order. People think that freedom means absence of law. You know what I'm saying? No, freedom don't mean you can go around and do anything to anybody that you want to and do it to. That's not freedom. You know what I mean? That's anarchy. That's chaos. People doing whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. I never breed civilization. We would have never got as far as we are today if anarchy existed and nobody followed anybody's laws. That's just silly.
Yeah, that's just wild. It's just, we are wild and rebellious, stiff-necked, hard-headed, rebellious people. You know what I'm saying? That this wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. We want to be free. We want to use the wicked white slave master experience as our justification to say we should be free to do whatever we want to do. No, you shouldn't be free to do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it or not, we're slaves. You slave to oxygen, you slave to water, you slave to being whatever gender you born being, you slave to 98.6 degrees. You like it or not, there's certain things that you'll never be free from, even so-called free will. So-called free will don't really exist. Your free will don't supersede God's will. You don't have free will, really, especially if you believe God already know what you're going to do. If you believe God already knows what you're going to do, that's not free will. That's not free will.
At all.
Truck D's, thank you, Truck D's, for the super chat. Blessings to you. Thank you, Truck D's.
I want to tell you a short story right quick, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I had a youngster approach me and he was asking me about, religions and, heaven and hell and all that type of stuff. And we started talking about heaven. And I told him I didn't believe in the Christian version of heaven. I don't believe in that type of heaven. I don't believe that type of thing exists. And then he looked at me, and then he said, "Well, that means then, he said then that means anything goes. Like it ain't no heaven and it ain't no hell. Then ain't nobody gonna hold me responsible, so I can do whatever I want to do." And I had to tell the young man, I said, "No, that's the mind of a child. Just because no Sky Daddy is going to give you a reward for being good, and no Sky Daddy is going to punish you for being bad, that don't mean it's a free for all. You thinking like a child, you know what I mean? And I think that's how most people think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It's how it's, but there is a heaven and a hell, and it's right here. So you do get a reward and a consequence while you live. Based on whatever we do, we get a reward or a consequence while we still alive. Our heaven and our hell is coming while we alive. Just because people don't confess what's happening to them don't mean that they ain't in hell. And they ain't gonna confess why they in hell, because of pride and our image and all of that, and we don't want nobody to know how we looking stupid or we getting chastised by God because of the consequences of our own wicked actions. So we take all them secrets to the grave and act like nothing ever happened to us. We know you miserable. This is the manifestation of losses and defects now. All that stuff that you used to be able to hide, like I'm unbothered and I'm highly favored, and hell you in hell. And we all can see it. You a big ass ostrich body sticking out, but you got your head in the sand thinking that nobody see your big ass. No, we see how miserable and in hell that you really are. You know what I'm saying? So why lie about it? It's really more of a relief for confess and atone and change, repent. Acknowledge that you did some sin or you did crime or wronged other people, and that you got remorse and that you trying to change your ways. But if not, then God gonna humiliate you publicly, humiliate us publicly, and show the world our humiliation. You know what I'm saying? Show the world our shame. That's hell to us. For those of us whose image is our everything, pride is our everything, God gonna know, he know exactly what to do to put you in hell, to make you wish you was dead, and you might even try to delete yourself because of the public humiliation, that get exposed for the dirt that you didn't want to clean up in time. So that's the time we living in. That's what we mean by grace. Grace for all of that is over with now. Grace is up. Try it. I'm just telling you, test the theory. Test the theory. Do your dirt that you used to do, or, one more time. Just one more time. See what happens.
Your conscience will eat you alive. You know what I mean? If you have a conscience, and that's a state of hell. If you're doing something that you can't live with, I've seen people that's tormented from their past or their past deeds, and they are living in a real life hell because they can't settle within their own self what they did, and they know it was wrong, and they got to relive that moment all the time. They dream about it. That's hell. You don't forgive yourself. You can't forgive yourself. And I can sit up here, you know what I mean? I'm not proud of everything that I've done, but there's nothing that I can't say that I'm too ashamed of, that I can't admit, that I can't repent, that I couldn't come up here and say to you guys. And I'm proud of that, because I know a lot of people that can't, you know what I mean? That is so ashamed of the things they have done. They'll never admit it to anybody. I don't have those weighing on my heart, you know what I mean? But, and if you have that, I'm not trying to drag you down or anything. All I'm saying is, forgive yourself, or else you will be in a state of hell. Forgive yourself.
Yeah, and it's like you say, all of us that did something worthy of us being deleted. You know what I'm saying? We all did something worthy of us being destroyed. So I'm not saying that nobody is better than nobody else. I'm saying that it's not about the dirt that we do. It's about what we do afterwards. Are we willing to clean it up? Or are we going to try to blame somebody else for it, or deny it, or not take accountability for it, or keep doing it to other people? Then you forfeit the grace. You forfeit grace, and now you in chastisement. You in judgment. We're in a judgment now. Judgment ain't just one day, one 24-hour day. When they say judgment day, it's judgment day. No, I don't mean the day that you physically die. Judgment day means years. We're in the judgment years of God. So, once you get, if you physically die or whatever, you getting taken out of your misery. No, hell is being kept in a state of misery while you live. That's hell, to where you pray, you wish you could die, but you too scared to take yourself out because you scared of whatever consequence supposed to come from, doing that crime. And you scared to clean up because you too prideful and you too ashamed or whatever and guilty. So you just locked in a hell of your own pride, a prison of your own making. And that's what so many of us is in right now. And it's going to take you all the way out. It's going to destroy your health. You're going to become so stressed. You're going to be on the cigarettes and the alcohol and the dope and the partying and the bad food and all that. And that's just going to create new health problems, which is going to increase your hell dynamic. It's just going to add more and more depth and layers to the fire. So all the stuff that we doing in rebellion, it's going to be impossible for us to live in peace and enjoy life until and unless we submit to the real God. Bottom line, I don't care what you call your faith, your God, or whatever. Your God is going to make it impossible for you to live in peace. You will have no happiness, no heaven, no health, no friendships, no love, no family love, no satisfaction of life until you submit, confess, and repent. And your blood is off my hands. You can't unhear what you heard. And I'm not saying, I'm talking to myself too. No, I'm not just talking out that way. I'm talking to myself too. So I'm in it with you.
No, that's a good point. And I like to look at sort of that way too, because like when that youngster approached me and I said what I said, I felt like I cleaned my hands because I gave him all I could give him. You know what I mean? He came to me for advice, and that put a burden on me. That put some responsibility on me. And I gave him the best that I could give him. And now I feel like I did my duty, because otherwise I could have told him, yeah, there's a treasure at the end of the rainbow. You know what I mean? And if you do good, if you follow these rules and do like that, you're going to be rewarded. I think it's much more effective, much more efficient, much more profitable for men to just be men and be responsible for their actions. You know what I mean? Like, it's much more beneficial for me to believe that, you know, even if I'm not punished for doing bad, as a man, I'm still supposed to do good. Even though there's no reward for me being good in the afterlife, don't mean that I'm not supposed to just do good for the sake of doing good. If you're looking for a reward for being good, you're not you don't have good nature. You know, you're being deceptive. You're trying to trick yourself.
Yeah, or you being immature, like you said earlier. You being childish, right? Because once you learn that, like Jesus, like in the Bible, talk about the law of Moses versus Jesus' law, right? The law of Moses, people didn't break the law because they feared punishment, right? But when it came to Jesus, things had matured so much. Like, I don't do the law because I fear punishment. I do the law because I understand the reward in this life. I understand what that's going to do for my mental health, for my physical health, for my relationships, for my attractiveness to people, for my influence. So you understand what the reward is, or what the benefits is for you just doing your natural nature, which is being true and being right and helping people, doing good to other people other than just yourself, not being selfish. That in itself immediately is an immediate reward. You know what I'm saying? That you feel good because you know you've been good. You done good to somebody else other than yourself. And that just builds you up as a righteous being.
Indeed.
Yeah. Man, you really helped me out through this due diligence. Stay right there. Let me holler at my bro, Madon Commit. Madon, you there? Madon.
Yo, can you hear me? I think
my
can you, okay. I don't know, my signal acting crazy, but no, I just been listening in, man. You know what I mean? Soaking it all up, man, and still just thinking about the topic far as how all this just go full circle back into the realm of Black History Month.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, when we look at History Month, is the psychology of it. To me, it's like it's almost like they reminding us of the things they took from us or made it hard for us to get. Like, yeah, y'all invented this, but let me show you how I took it from you. You know, so it's almost like a slap in the face. Well, it ain't almost. It is a slap in the face, rather than, like you said, give us a land of our own. You know what I mean? Like they did to other people. So to me,
my bad. Go ahead. It's a delay. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because like you asked the brother, you know, far as like them getting land and we getting a month, like the comparison of it was crazy. You know what I'm saying, when you look at it. But
I mean, I can see if they gave us a land, like we got a vacation, paid vacation for a month, that'd be different. They didn't even give us a month. They gave us, what did it say, honor, what does it say, honor our achievements for a month. Like, what can I do with that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's some of that feel good reward, you know, a pat on the back. Good job.
Man, what can I where can I spend that at? Like, what kind of compound interest does that accrue? You know what I'm saying, that I could do something with your honor of me for a month. Shit.
Right. Yeah, I need something tangible. Don't pat me on the back. Say good job. You know what I'm saying? Give me something I can work with. You know?
Yeah, it's cold business.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so Trump helped us out.
Yeah, I think Trump is definitely helping us out. He's helping the whole world out because he's about to get rid of the great Satan. He's about to, cause the fall of Babylon. Babylon the Great is fallen because it has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of some hateful bird, and a cage for every foul spirit, and whatever, all that old good Bible talk. So for every foul. You gotta turn the background down, Volvo. Somebody gotta turn their background down because I just heard an echo. You got the flow, Volvo. You heard our rant, so I gotta give you yours back. I give you.
Actually, I went and did something. I didn't hear it. I was wondering why you threw me off.
I don't remember. He must have said something that to me was. Do you remember? Due diligence.
Nah, you did. He jumped. I could have swore he jumped off. I thought he said that I'm good and he didn't come here for all of that.
I
And jumped
said,
off.
I don't need all the minutes. You said, all right, I got you.
You said you don't need what?
I said I didn't need the whole 5 minutes. I was gonna let you speak, and then you threw me out.
Well, it's a reason. So, but you, if I threw you off, you back on. You back on right now. So, there's something that you wanted to say?
No, I was just wondering what it was like. What I do, I ain't even. I thought we was having a conversation.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm gonna post this up, and we can see whatever happened. But in the meantime, speak your piece. Like I brought you. I didn't block you.
Oh no,
back
that was the reason. No, you didn't block me. I was wondering why you got that. That's why I came back. I'm like, why
yeah, I probably was frustrated with something or something like that. I don't know, but I'm not frustrated now. So if it's like I said, you got the floor, bro. Like I don't. If I cut you off, I apologize, and that's why I'm even bringing you back on. I want you to say your full piece because I already talked about what I disagree with you on regarding.
Oh, I ain't hear.
With all the points that you made about going back to Ghana and all of that type of stuff, and
I'll go back because I didn't hear it. I'm trying not to. My thing is to spread the message, spread my message. You know what I mean?
What's your message?
I'm a foundational Black American. My main message is we need to replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice. That's my whole thing.
Right. I asked you, was you a part of any Black organization? And you said no, right?
No, I'm not a part of any Black organization.
So how you gonna get anything done if you're not unified with nobody?
I am unified with my lineage.
Well, that's a Black organization then, right?
That's not an organization. When you say organization.
So organization means you organize, you're united, right? You're not organized with nobody?
Well, I'm not a part. Let me say this. I'm not a part of any formal organization. I'm not a part of any formal organization. I'm not a part of anything formal like what I want to say. I haven't took a oath to anything. I am not a part of any formal organization.
Are you formally Black?
Am I formally Black? I don't know I would say yeah, because I'm Black in every aspect of the word.
So why wouldn't you be a part of nothing formal, a formal organization?
When I say formal, I mean something like NYPD or
what do Black people? What are Black people known for being NYPD? Like, if we talking pro-Black, are we talking police? Like, you familiar? You 38. You familiar with the Nation of Islam? You familiar with the Hebrew Israelites? You familiar with Moorish Science Temple of America? You familiar with the Black Panthers? Like, you're not a member of none of those type of organizations.
None of that stuff.
Why not?
Why would I don't agree with them? I don't fully agree with them. Some stuff I do. Some stuff I don't agree with.
I mean, do you agree with everything of the foundational Black Americans talk about?
100%.
So you know every foundational Black American?
No, I don't know. I don't know every of anything.
So who originated that concept? Tariq Nasheed?
Well, this has been something that we've been discussing before Tariq Nasheed. He just refined.
Who is we?
Black Americans, which we know as African American. This is a concept from well, not even a concept. It's just the truth. Norris
Who came up with the concept? Who's the first one that you know that came up with the concept?
Norris Shelton. You can Google him.
How old was he? What year? How old is he?
Norris Shelton got to be 80 if he's still alive. I'm not even sure he's still alive, but he got to be 80, maybe 90.
Are you familiar with this right here? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Can you read number 4 for me?
We want our people in America, those parents whose grandparents are descendants of slaves, to be allowed to establish a separate state territory of their own, either on the continent or elsewhere. We believe that are formed in the same matter are obligated to provide such an area that must be fertile and material rich. And we believe that a former slave is obligated to maintain and supply our needs territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce our own needs.
So that highlighted in blue is where ADOS and DOS and FBA came from. It came from this man right here in his program. This was way back in 1965, Message to the Black Man. And all of this is about descendants from slaves, right? So that didn't originate with whoever you just said or Tariq Nasheed or nobody else. This whole program came from this man that's on the screen right there, which is the Nation of Islam. So there's no need to reinvent the wheel. So since that organization is already in place and it's the most successful, progressive, strong, feared, respected organization in the history of Black people in this country, would you be a part of this? Would you be a part of the NOI?
I'm not a Muslim.
Okay, so let me hold on. What is a Muslim?
I don't know, but believes in Islam.
How do you know what you wouldn't be if you don't know what Muslim means?
I don't believe in. What do you mean? But now you're starting to go left on me. I'm not a Muslim. I understand,
bruh. How do you know you're not a Muslim?
Because I know I'm not. I know what I believe. I don't believe in Islam.
What is a Muslim? What is a Muslim?
I don't believe in Sharia law, or I don't believe in that.
Where does it say Sharia law in the Quran?
It isn't. I don't know. Then I don't.
Yeah, so you don't know. So why are you talking about what you ain't when you don't know?
Brother, that's why you threw me off. That's why you threw me off the stage. That's why right there. You telling
what
me
am I saying? What am I saying wrong?
I'm telling you that I'm not a Muslim. I don't believe in Muhammad.
Okay, I gotta stop you. I got you. You're 38 years old and you keep talking. So let's stop. Let's take it word for word. You said that you're not a Muslim. So I'm asking you, what does Muslim mean? Since you're not that.
I don't believe in Muhammad.
What does Muhammad believe?
I don't know what he believes, but I don't believe in Muhammad, period.
All right. Well, I don't believe in staying on the live with you. That's why you got kicked off the live, bro. Right there. All right. I'm not gonna block you, but that's why you got kicked off right there. Jumping off the porch saying what you don't and what you ain't and what you are, and don't know what the hell you talking about. That's why.
That's the point. I mean, I get exactly where you was going. Like, how can you profess to be to not believe in something and then not know what it is? And you was just trying to get that across to him. Like, how can you denounce something and you don't even know what it is? So you can't
and
say
then he accused me of going left. Now I'm violating you. Now I'm attacking you. I'm double talk gymnastic, verbal gymnastic, and I'm holding you to your own word that you just said in front of 125 people. So if we can't have that kind of mature man-to-man conversation, we can't have one because it's getting loud and fast talking and emotional. So I'm not here for that. That's why you got cut off. You're not blocked still, but I don't have them kind of conversations.
And instead of getting so defensive, if he just would have thought about what you was asking him, and I think it was kind of trying to register because people kick and scream whenever they say something. Now he got caught out in public. Oh, I don't believe in that. Well, what do you believe that it is? I don't know. Then why are you saying you don't? Oh, I don't want. Here you go. Like, come on, man. These are all logical questions that he's asking you. You know what I mean?
I'm holding you to your own word, like your words. I'm asking you why you ain't a part of no organization. Volvo.
No, brother. If you hear me, I know you're gonna come. Now listen. I wasn't disrespectful or nothing. You can't say that.
You just told me that I was going left.
Yeah, because
that's not disrespectful. If you told me that you're not a Muslim and you don't believe in Muslim, and I asked you what it means, how is that going left? How are you accusing me of going left? I'm going right into what the hell you said.
You getting aggressive with me. You don't want to throw me off.
Aggressive? You want feelings, bro. You want feelings. Just answer the question, bro.
You want feelings, brother.
That's why you're going. We talking about facts. So you want to? I'm gonna keep you up here, man. I'm glad I went an hour over to where I'm supposed to go. But so, are you willing to have a conversation with me and actually answer and address the questions that I asked you without accusing me of nothing?
Yes.
Okay, you said that you're not I asked you, why ain't you a member of the nation, right? And you said because you don't believe in Muhammad or you don't believe in Islam, right? Ain't that what you said?
I don't believe in Muhammad. I believe Muhammad was a pedophile.
Okay, why do you believe that?
Aisha, what was it? Aisha, she was 9 years old. He was 50 something.
Did you hear? So you said that you didn't hear none of the stuff that I just talked about regarding that.
I did not hear that. You can teach me.
Well, I just did. I'm not going to go back over it, but I'm a post this up so you can fast forward to that part and all of that. So you said Muhammad was allegedly that. So did Muhammad do any good works as far as other than that you know about?
Well, my thing is this: if I believe you a pedophile, whatever good work you did is null and void.
So why? Okay, well, why do you believe that when it wasn't proven? That's just hearsay, right?
Well, as far as I know, you can teach me. I can be wrong.
I'm teaching you now. Listen, bro. I'm teaching you now, right? So do you know the difference between knowledge and story or belief? Do you know the difference between belief? You said you believe that he was a pedophile, right? Do you have any knowledge or proof or receipts or data that proves that he was a pedophile?
Can I get like 20 seconds without getting cut off?
Man, don't play with me like that, bro. Either say yes or no.
No.
You don't have no knowledge, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Give me your knowledge.
That's why
give me your proof.
That's what
you don't need to ask me for no minutes, bro. That just answer the question. I'm asking you a question so you can answer. You don't say give me this amount of minutes. I'm asking you for a purpose. You're just trying to create an argument. Just answer the question. I'm gonna be quiet.
From my understanding, his wife was 10 years old and he was in his 50s. And from my understanding, I can be taught. I'm always susceptible to new knowledge. In Islam, for somebody to be your wife, you have to consummate the marriage. How do you do that? Through sex. If a 50-year-old man have sex with a 10-year-old female, that's a pedophile in my book.
So yeah, that's absolutely false. So in order to consummate any marriage in Islam, it don't have nothing to do with sex. You can be married and divorced before you ever touch a woman. You said, from my understanding, I asked you for receipts. I asked you for proof and data. You said, from my understanding, and then I believe. You belief and quote unquote from your understanding is not proof. That's not data. That's not receipts. That's not evidence. That's just gossip. That's just you repeating gossip, repeating something that you heard, hearsay, right? The reason why we call ourselves believers is because none of us was there. That was 1,400 years ago. There's no way for you to prove it happened. There's no way for me to prove that it didn't happen, right? So that's why I said, other than that so-called story that you want to use to believe as your excuse for why you won't look into the good parts of Muhammad and Islam, you're choosing to use that story to keep your eyes blind and keep you away from that. So you never heard, based on today's Islam, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, FOI, MGT, myself, you ain't never heard of no good, you ain't never seen no pedophiles with us, right?
As far as I know, no.
Okay, so why would you use that as the excuse when that's hearsay, 1,500-year-old stories, but you got the flesh and blood brothers in your midst for the last 95 years and you ain't seen none of that?
Well, I mean, everybody you mentioned, including yourself, view Muhammad as the prophet, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's why.
But we don't believe that, what you just said.
No, my thing is, I don't know. I'm wrong then. I'm not. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna investigate what you're saying. If you saying that his wife wasn't 10 years old and he's not in his 50s.
No, we talking about consummation of marriage. We talking about sexual activity. So if you listen to what I'm saying, so if you want to be informed, if you was in school and you heard about King Tut, King Tutankhamun, the king of Egypt that got on the throne when he was 8 years old or 9 years old and had a child, got his wife pregnant when she was 10 and he was 10 or 11, right? And the baby died or whatever, and then he stayed on the throne until he was 18. He died at 18. You listening?
Yeah, I had a little background. My girl bugging me about nothing. You said what, brother? You said about King Tut?
I don't want to. Waste your time, bro.
I'm listening, brother.
Can you repeat what I said about King Tut?
Yeah, you were saying that King Tut had a marriage and all that.
At what age?
You said it was 9, right? You said 9 or something like that.
So my point though is in ancient Kemet, North Africa, and Middle East, original Black era, Black Arabia, and Africa, all of that, we all had prearranged marriages from birth. If I got a daughter, she might be 1 year old, 2 years old, and I dedicate her and commit her to my tribesman or my general's daughter, or even my general. You know what I'm saying? Because I know his quality. I know he's a prophet or a righteous oracle or a sage or, a champion who, like, if you know anything about breeding pit bulls or championship race horses or whatever, their sperm is championship sperm, right? That's why they got papers. I got papers on my dog, whatever. I got papers on the UKC yellow, purple ribbon, whatever. Because the quality of that individual champion, that righteous quality, is in his sperm, right? So if you got any science and knowledge and wisdom about the science of mating and you have a daughter, you want your daughter to be mated with a champion, right? Even, we practice polygamy. We had, various numbers of wives or whatever, right? But just because I married my daughter to this champion don't mean that he's going to have sex with her at 9 years old or 10 years old. That's not how that works. That's somebody that's betrothed to you. You consummate it whenever the father says she's old enough to consummate. So you can divorce her without even touching her, and you don't owe her no dowry after that. But if ninjas and just emotional females or whoever keep on passing around a story as though marriage means sex, marriage don't mean sex. Just like slavery don't mean what white people did to us. That's not slavery. Just like marriage don't mean sex. So yeah, she could have been married at 9. She could have been married at 2. Because her father already married her off to and promised her to this general, this chief or this captain or this champion. That's just how that worked. Today, we should be doing way more of that today. We shouldn't be letting our girls get their little cherry pop by a nigga, behind the bleachers or something, or they doing cheerleading at 6 years old, twerking their little butt cheeks in front of grown men for sports games and shit. And we thinking that that's cute. No, if anything, they should be protected and guarded. No, I already got a husband picked out for you. Well, I'm supposed to have my own free will. I'm supposed to choose who I want. No, you don't get that free choice. Look what you're doing with your free choices right now. You at the Planned Parenthood getting rid of 23 million innocent babies and shit, So that's the subject of that so-called marriage at 9 years old. I wasn't there, right? But I know my history. I know the laws of betrothal and marriage in ancient times, and it didn't have nothing to do with sex. If you already of age, then okay, yeah, I can marry. I can do that, because we both mutually understand that. But if you a child, no, that's not what marriage means. It's just like saying you're slave girls. You're slave girls. You can marry your slave girls, right? When they come of age, when they're of age, but by the permission of their fathers, by the permission of their masters. That's what the Quran say. But yeah, I'm done.
You know, you taught me something new. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. You taught me something new though. From my understanding, I'm losing my voice. From my understanding, the marriage is an official. This is my understanding. I know I'm wrong. You just taught me something new. I'm gonna verify what you're saying to me. That's what I'm supposed to do as a man. I'm gonna take you at your word. You seem like a stand-up guy. You seem like a serious man. So I'm gonna take you at your word. From my understanding, marriage isn't official until the act of sex is committed. That's my understanding. Now, I didn't know that you can just have the ceremony and you can wait and the father needs to say, yeah, it's okay to have sex with your wife. I didn't know that. You just taught me something new. So I'm gonna take you at your word.
Let me grab something for you real quick. 3349. Let me see. 3349. Let me grab this for you. This is just one example. And I didn't plan to be doing this.
This in the Quran.
Yeah.
What's the 3349 what?
No, that's it. 33, chapter 33. I'm putting up in the chat right now. This is chapter 33, the allies, and it say, "Oh, you who believe, when you marry believing women, then divorce them before you touch them. You have in their case no term which you should reckon, but still make provision for them and set them free in a goodly manner." So what you claiming is not true. You still are my wife, but I still never touched you. I could divorce you. You could do something I don't like, but I never had sex with you yet, but you still was my wife. So if I divorce you before I ever touch you, then I don't even owe you no dowry. I don't even owe you no gold or no property because I didn't touch you. Once you touch them, then you owe them more.
And you set them free in a goodly manner, meaning she's still a virgin.
Well, she might not be a virgin, but you didn't touch her.
Oh, I didn't know that sex before marriage was allowed.
No, I mean I don't know what a girl did before I got a hold of her. I might not be holding that against her. The father might have not been able to keep his eye on her, and she got a little cherry pop, but she still is my wife. She's still supposed to be betrothed to me, espoused to me. That might be one of the reasons that I don't touch her. But clearly right there, that's what it says in the Quran. If you divorce them before you have touched them, then you don't owe them nothing.
I agree then, man. I was wrong.
Well, I salute you, and you just became a VIP because I respect that character. I respect that character because we're not always going to agree. And then once you say something, you got some receipts that correct me. I got to do the same thing, man. I was wrong, Volvo. I submit. Yeah, you was right. Let me go adjust my program.
Like that ain't that what we supposed to do as men?
No, you just did it. Most people don't do what you just did.
That's what I was saying, brother. I didn't come up here with no bad spirit. I ain't come up
no,
here.
I mean, we ain't got no problem no more. So I'm trying to figure out, how we can, get even more unified because I'm about organization. So you just proved a great characteristic. So let us know how we can support you, how we can
organization as well. I'm about to lose my voice, but yeah, I'm about organization as well.
Yeah, well, just if you can, let us know what you're doing on social media, online.
I know tomorrow. No, I can finish talking. You know what I mean? But I just it's going away. It is what it is. But I'm just getting over the sickness. That's it.
But whatever you got going on, like with your business or with black consciousness and awareness or whatever, we want to support you. We just wanted to know that you supported us because, so since that, whatever you got, shout it out, man. Let us know how we can support you, your Cash App, your social media, so we can send some business your way.
Well, you know, everything is Vovo Rants. Vovo Rants. I got a little YouTube channel. I'm just now starting to get back into it. So, you know, that's what it is. I'm a foundational Black American. I stand on that. And that's just what it is.
Nah, we all of that too. So and we ain't arguing that. So I appreciate you, bro. And I stayed on extra long just for you. And I didn't block you, but you know, I'd be having short patience because I got real problems in my real life too. You know what I'm saying? But I respect you and love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know, we continue to build, and whatever you need help with on my end, I mean, on your end, you know, I'm here for you any way I can be. And that go for you also, due diligence, you already know. So that's what we here for. Like some people saying in the comments, you know, men sharpen men like iron sharpen iron. And I'm not above being checked. I don't know the best or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure you'll be able to check me and be checking me and correcting me on certain things in the near future. And I want to show the same character that you just showed publicly. So I appreciate you again for that.
Appreciate you, brother.
Man, peace. On that note, Madon, you got the last word. And then I'm gonna get up off of here. Due diligence, and then Madon. Due diligence. What's your thoughts?
No, I just want to say I appreciate you for letting me up. I go by the name of Due Diligence. I got a small channel called The Principles. I would love for you to review one of my videos whenever you get a chance, whether you agree or not. I'm a person also that can stand in correction. I come to in order to give my views challenge, and I might challenge your views also. And it's nothing personal. I feel that's how you grow. Whenever I see you on, I see you always talk to people with patience. You know, I've never seen you be derogatory towards anyone, so that's why I decided to come up and chop it up with you, and I enjoy it. And it feels good to have, you know, good constructive conversation with other men that can, you know, handle being challenged and, you know, actually talk about productive issues and really just be serious about it. I go on other channels and it's all jokey joke, you know what I'm saying? It's who can crack the best jokes, all that type of stuff. I like a good joke, but you know, when we talking about these issues, you know what I'm saying? I just want to do that. You know what I mean? Like we can throw in some humor every now and then, but I enjoy just like pushing the boundaries, like making people think and that type of stuff. So I just want to say I appreciate you for letting me come up, man. It's been a pleasure.
Man, my honor, my pleasure, bro. I love you, bro, and thank you for being the soldier and the warrior that you are. And everybody, you know, follow Due Diligence and follow my bro that was just on. Of course, follow Madon Commit and like and subscribe, share, whatever with all the YouTube stuff you're supposed to do here. Follow me on West Coast Cam, my personal channel, West Coast Cam. And the very last word, Madon Commit, can you take us home, brother?
Most definitely, Cam. Hopefully y'all can hear me clearly, man. It's always a good bill, especially on this Sunday where we got some real good Sunday service. You know what I'm saying? From the brother Cam and all the brothers who gave opinion on different things, you know. So it's always good to hear the insight of brothers and the minds of brothers and stuff like that. So, you know, I want to say it's been good listening in, man. I thank y'all. And let's thank Trump for getting rid of something we didn't need.
Now let's thank God. You know, I ain't tripping on Trump. We thank God for putting Trump in there and cracking the whip on our ass. But yeah, man, I love y'all, bro. Thank you, the hustler, for the super chat, man. Love y'all till tomorrow, God willing. Peace. This campaign live. We out.